Hey y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey. Welcome to my first episode of my podcast, Figuring It Out. I'm Lexi, and on this podcast, we're going to figure some stuff out. Life, whatever I want to talk about. You know why? It's my podcast. And you have to listen. Actually, you're forced to listen. So sit down, relax, listen to my podcast. Hi, welcome. On today's episode, sorry, if I look over here, it's because I have my script over there. Okay, yes, I did write a script. Sorry. Today, we're starting off with a banger for this first episode. We're starting off with my deepest, darkest secret. What? Gasp. What? Yeah, my deepest, darkest secret. And then we're going to talk about, I'm going to give you a life update. And then we're going to talk about, I thought I'd do a fun segment of my every week of my most streamed song for the week, like the song I've been listening to the most on Spotify. And I have two different apps for that, and sometimes they don't align, so I'll just give you the top streamed, what they say my top streamed song is from both apps. So I do want to pay my dues. Did get inspiration to do this from my queen mother, Brittany Broski, on her podcast, The Broski Report. She does like a song of the week every week on her podcast, and she does like 3 songs. So I thought that's fun. I want to do that too, but I just, instead of doing like my favorite songs, I'll just tell you what my stream songs are, because it's impossible for me to pick a favorite song. So okay. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna do a little mini life update. Why I started this podcast. Well, I got the idea. I was sitting at, and I'm so sorry, mother, I do not remember how to properly pronounce this French name. So I'm gonna say it improperly on purpose. I was sitting at Tour Le Jour. Tour Le Jour. I love Tour Le Jour. It's so good. It's so good. I was sitting at Tour Le Jour. And actually they redid the one by our house. And it looks really nice, except the seating situation is kind of bad. It kind of sucks, guys. It sucks bad. It sucks really bad, actually. And they used to have tables and chairs and booths like a cafe would, but now they have nice, comfy looking chairs, pink and stuff. But the tables are low, so it's you can't really work and you can't really eat. It's more like a conversation area. But they did have a patio outside with tables and chairs. So I decided to sit out. I took my stuff, took my coffee, sat outside. I was going to do work, and then I saw that my computer was at 14%. Oh, right. Because what was I doing the night previous? I was laying on my bed watching Netflix. Oh, yeah. What am I watching? Interview with a Vampire, the show. I do not recommend for anyone in the family, actually. Sorry, I don't think any of you would like it. And you can figure that out for yourself. Why? So yeah, I was sitting at Tour Le Jour, and I'm bored, guys. And you know me, I love talking. And as some of you know, I already record myself talking on my phone all the time. That's how I do a diary, because I have so much to say that it's too much to write down, and it makes my hand hurt, and I'm a little wimp. So I just record myself talking. So I was why not just do this myself, Why not just make a podcast for my family to enjoy? So then I texted you guys, and I was hey, quick survey. Would you listen to a podcast? What would you want me to talk about? How long do you want it to be? Etc., etc. And you guys gave me some answers. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. So, yeah, I'm bored. I need something to do right now. I'm not in school, so I need to focus my creative energy on something. So I chose this. Another life update. I was setting before I started all of this, I was setting up my monitor, my Xbox. I plugged it in, and I was trying to put the cord behind the monitor, and I hit my pegboard. And then, so I have photo cards up there. What's a photo card? It's a K-pop thing, guys. Come on. You should know this by now. one of my fake photo cards was up there. I had Soul and Kyo up there from P1 Harmony. And I hit it and it fell down. And I don't know where Soul is. And that's tragic because Soul is my bias in P1 Harmony. And I'll probably talk to you later about K-pop. Surely I will. And I'm sorry, you will have to listen to it. It's mandatory. So, that's a little... I'm staring at it right now because it's right in front of me. And I'm sad because Soul isn't up there. And I literally don't know where he went. And it's gonna bother me for a while. Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes. My deepest, darkest secret. Hey guys, this one's crazy. I've never told anyone. That's a lie. I have told people this. I've told like my friends, like long ago. This has been a secret since 2020. Okay, so I've told my friends a long time ago, and then when I met Skylar, I told her, and she was like, oh my god. So, yeah. So, I have told people before, but, like, I just keep it a secret. So, now, I was like, what can I talk about? And I was laying in my bed last night, and I was like, what can I talk about for my first episode? And I have, like, an intellectual option, and then I had this. And I was like, well, let's go on with a banger and talk about my deepest, darkest secret. What is my deepest, darkest secret? Guys, it's shifting. Okay, hear me out. When you're like, what the hell is shifting? Where do I even start? Shifting... Guys, I am smart. I am a smart, intellectual being. You have to stay with me. Hey, stay with me. You have to realize the time of the, like the time period of which this began. This began in 2020. So think, I'm stuck in okay, so 2020, late 2020, I'd say. So like, we're at Maryville at this point. Like, when we're all living together, we left Kansas, now we're in Maryville. And, you know, I'm on TikTok. TikTok is still like the cringy dance app kind of, but, you know, whatever. And I'm on TikTok and I'm scrolling and I come across shifting. And I, like you, I start thinking, what is this nonsense, bro? Shifting. Guys, please know that I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed about this now. Looking back at it, I'm embarrassed. Shifting. Just spit it out. Let's just spit it out. Shifting realities. Oh. See, I wish I had a soundboard so I could play like sound. What is that called? Sound bites, sound effects. Thank you, sound effects. Because the sound effect I would make there would be It was bad. It was so bad, guys. I was so deep into it. Shifting realities. You're like, what does that mean? Okay, the definition. Shifting realities is like you get in a state of deep meditation. Stay with me, I promise. It's funny. You get in a state of deep meditation. You relax your body, and you would often do it at night. You could do it at any time, but like people often did it before they go to sleep because it was easier that way. You relax your body, your mind, and your conscious, and you in a meditative state, and you shift your conscious from your CR, which is your current reality. Stop! Your current reality to your DR, your desired reality. So how old was I in 2020, guys? Let's do the math. That was 6 years ago. I'm 20 now. I was 14. Okay. 15 years old. Okay, give me a break, guys. Guys, give me a break, please. I was stuck in a house. And then I moved to Memphis, and then I was even more stuck in the house. So what was I supposed to do? Like, what was I supposed to do? Yeah, so I indulged myself in shifting, and I believed it wholeheartedly. And you're asking, Lexi, where do people shift to? Where do people shift to? Guys, people shifted everywhere. People shifted. It's like gonna blow your mind. People shifted to Hogwarts. That was a big one. Hogwarts. Marvel, like cinematic universe. All sorts of stuff. I know. I heard people shift to The Walking Dead. Why? Sorry. Why would you want to shift to The Walking Dead? Hello, zombies. Hey, zombies. That's crazy. Don't shift to The Walking Dead. That's insane. But I'm not here to shame you, but I am. So, yes. So, you would pick a place, and it was often, essentially what shifting is self-insert fanfiction. You would put yourself in the world you wanted to be at. And I wanted to be, my two main things, only, really, I had three main things, but the top two, and I actually forgot I had that third one. The top two were Hogwarts and Marvel. Now, I'm being so for real. It was so real. It was so real. This whole thing was so real. You would, you would pick where you wanted to go, write a script of like who you are, who your quote unquote character is, or your DR self is, and what you wanted your life to be, who your friends were, what your kind of story was. Okay, and you would like shift there. It's real. It was so real. I swear. This isn't real, but like me believing this and this being a thing on TikTok, at least the side that I was on at the time, was real. And so scripts, man, they're so crazy. And I have one pulled up. I can actually show you. I actually deleted a lot of my, like, I started out Marvel. So 2020 Marvel. Maybe it was 2021. I don't know. I started out. My first script was handwritten. Yes, handwritten. And I hand wrote it, and it was like multiple pages long. I had that stuff written down. I had every detail planned out. I had I had my hair color. I had my weight. Hello, my height. My like my parents. Oh, parents. That's another thing. Okay, so so like I said, this is essentially self-insert fan fiction. You are putting yourself into this fictional world. So why was that in quotes? It's fictional. You're putting yourself in your fictional world, your like favorite fictional world. And so for me, I'm so sorry, Mom. I love you so much, Mother. But for me, what I would do is for Harry Potter, for my Harry Potter desired reality, my Harry Potter DR, my parents, actually I was adopted. So fun fact, I was adopted. Mom, I'm so sorry, I love you so much. But Mother, you were not a wizard in my desired reality. I'm sorry. I was in fact adopted because I didn't know. Because honestly, in my defense, I didn't want the whole stuff with my dearest papa. I wanted to like get away from that. I didn't script you guys in. I'm so sorry. I didn't script you in. So I made myself adopted. And you're asking yourself, Lexi, who was your parents? Now, this is where we get into it. My parents, I had multiple scripts, by the way. And it would change all the time. I would go back and forth. My parents that I would switch back and forth between were, take a guess, Sirius Black and Snape. Not at the same time. No, I would go back and forth between which one would be my dad. So, yeah. But, yeah. And then, yeah, this is just like I said, this is where you put your character background. Let me see if I can pull it up. I only have one surviving script, and it is a Hogwarts script. It's not as detailed as the ones that I had done, but it's all I got. So let's read it. On this one, Sirius Black is my father, and I have an about me tab, and in that tab I have some sub thingies like family, our house, and random. Okay, let's start from family. 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 Sirius is a free man. He adopted me when I was a baby. We are very close. We are very rich. We are very rich, but we use our money for good, and we are humble. He didn't know that the Dursleys were bad people, and he thought that if Dumbledore put Harry in their care, that they were a better option than him. It was only when Harry and I became best friends that we discovered how bad it was. Harry comes to live with us this summer before the start of our third year at Hogwarts. Okay? Okay? Do you see? Do you see the vision? I see the vision. And then for our house, I wrote, we live at 12 Grimmauld Place, but it's a nice house in a small town near London. It's a small wizard town with no muggles. Oh no, it's a small wizard town and no muggles come through. A text message. Sorry. It's a small wizard town and no muggles come through. Our house and my room will look similar to the pictures under my Pinterest board, Harry Potter DR. Okay, so yeah, you would create visualizations. Pause. You would create visualizations by making Pinterest boards. And actually, let me see if I have that real quick. And then I could pull it up. Hold, please. Okay, I'm back, guys. So, so I have it pulled up. And I can share my screen. Okay. Hi. Yes. This is my... Okay, so, like, don't look at all of that, okay? But... this is my, see, Harry Potter DR, my house. And this is what I wanted my house to look like, guys. Okay, I wanted to, I wanted to live in, like, I don't know what this would be, like an English countryside, like, kind of. And I wanted it to have, like, cute shops, like a bakery. And I wanted, like, a cobblestone road, that's not cobblestone, but you know, like, do you see the vision? Do you see what I'm saying? And I wanted, like I wanted the house to look like this. And you're thinking, Lexi, that's not what 12 Grimmauld Place look like. Okay, it's my DR and I can do whatever I want. Okay, sorry. And yeah, I wanted like an old piano. I don't know, books. Oh, I wanted this kind of library. Guys, I had all the things, okay? Yeah. 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 So that was what my house would look like, right? And yeah. Okay. So, okay. There are shops down the street from our house, very short walk. There's a bakery slash cafe. There's a there's a hair supplies place that has the perfect products for my hair. The town is very diverse and friendly. The town is very accepting and really has bad things happen there. And then in my random section, in this section, I can speak English, Spanish, and French very well. I can play the piano and guitar. I am one of the most powerful wizards. I am the most powerful wizard. Hello, can I read? I am one of the most powerful wizards, and I can control and use my magic very well, and I don't use it in a bad way. And then in parentheses, I have, like Voldemort. Yeah. My Patronus and wand are the same as what it says on my Pottermore account. Guys, I don't remember what my Patronuses are. I'm going to be so for real free with you. I think one time it was a dolphin. And I don't remember. I know... No, actually, I don't remember. I don't remember what my wand is. It is linked to my Hogwarts Legacy, like, video game, so... Yeah. I have clear skin, and my skin tone is even throughout my entire body, because I didn't want the hyperpigmentation. Yeah. And then I feel pretty and confident. My hair has a nice shape that is perfect for me. And this one, this one gets me every time. I have no hair on my arms, legs, or armpits. Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so that was that section. And then I have like, see, this one's not as detailed. I wish I did not delete the ancient text, but I did. They are lost. They burned, and then they burned they burned in the fire of Alexandria. I'm sorry. I do not have them. I'm sorry. This is all I got. This is all I got. Hogwarts. This is another part of the script. Under me, I have my house is Gryffindor, my age is 16. Okay, so in this DR, it was a college. It wasn't like a school. It wasn't like, I don't know, don't they start school in Hogwarts at like 11? I was like, hell no, I'm not about to do that. Because I was like, and I aged myself up. Of course, duh. I aged myself up. What about it? What about it, guys? Stop. What about it? I aged myself up because I didn't want to be like 15, 14, however old I was. I wanted to be older. This was a lighter edition of my script. So this was like a few years into shifting, I fear. Anyway, age 18, year 2, in the parentheses, Hogwarts College. And then I put, I know how to tie a tie. Guys, I don't know how to tie a tie, but you need to know how to tie a tie so you can, like for your uniform, so you can go to Hogwarts. And then Hogwarts itself, I have Hogwarts as a university. You start at the age of 17 for your first year. I'm a second year student in Hogwarts. My roommate, oh, guys, okay, so on TikTok, and I'll get to TikTok a bit later, but on TikTok, like I said, this was a big thing, and there was a side of TikTok called Shift Talk or something, Shifting TikTok, I don't know, guys, and one of the creators that I really loved on there was called Lena. Her account is now deleted, I think, but she's like, Scottish or something. She had an accent, and I was like, yeah, I believe you. I think it was the accent that did it for me. And she had like crazy stories and stuff, and she was in France at one point, and she had to do the Crucio curse or something. I don't know, man. It was a whole thing. I don't even remember who she was like dating in her desired reality. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. Let me see. Do I have any other things I can show you in this? Not really. I had some visualization pictures of what I wanted Hogwarts to look like. And I had like, I don't know, statues that I wanted. I have a section for the Burrow. Okay. I don't live at the Burrow, but you know, whatever. And then I'll get to that part later. So yeah. So your script, it would have all those things in it and anything you want, and people would script scenarios. And guys, I did script scenarios. I surely in fact did. I didn't do it as much in my Harry Potter DR as I did in my Marvel DR, and I'll get to that in a minute because that's tea. But yeah, like, it's just like you just write what you want your life to be like, who you are, all of this stuff, and you can be as detailed or as not detailed as you want. I wanted to be detailed because I was scared that I would shift into a reality that I did not want to be a part of. So, yeah. So, Lexi, you're asking me, how do you shift? What is the procedure? Well, guys, like I said, meditation. There are meditations you have to do. There's so many different methods, and they're all like meditation. There's so many methods. There's the Raven method, the Estelle method, the Sunny method. I have a whole list on Reddit. So I found a list that someone posted 6 years ago. Like I said, this stuff goes back. And it's crazy. It goes back a long ways. 6 years. 2020. Oh, yeah, and affirmations. Affirmations were a big thing. If you said affirmations to yourself throughout the day, then you would get closer to shifting. You know? It's like your brain will believe it more. So, I think one of the most popular methods would probably be the Raven method. And that, my friends, is where you lay on your back in a starfish position. Angela, that's perfect for you. Hey. Um, and you don't want any limbs to touch. Okay? See? You don't want any limbs to touch. So you're laying. Guys, I'm getting text messages. Hold on. Hold, please. Okay. People are texting me, and I'm trying to record a podcast episode, guys. Okay. So, you lay in the starfish position, and you clear your mind, whatever, and you count to 100. And after you reach 100, you visualize your DR and your DR self, and then you fall asleep. And when you wake up, you're supposed to be in your DR. That was like one of the most popular methods. That was the method that I first tried. Did it work? Hell no, it didn't work. But, I tried. And then, guys, there's just so many methods. The Estelle method, I used to do that one. I've done the heartbeat method. Yeah. And, that one's weird. Guys, that one's weird. You lay. Okay, so you put on headphones. Actually, what I would do to make it more realistic is that you can find, hey, so this is where it gets crazy. You can find on YouTube about anything you want in the world. And so you can find heartbeat sounds, sounds like heartbeat, plain and simple, for like hours. Some people like that. Some people like that type of ASMR. It's not for me. It kind of creeped me out when I did it. But what I would do to make it more believable is that I would put it under my pillow. So the idea is that you're laying you're laying on someone's chest, right? You're laying on someone's chest, and they're like, you're listening to their heartbeat, and and that's, you're listening to their heartbeat. You're laying down, you're listening to their heartbeat, and you do it for a while, and then you visualize them like leading you to a door or something, and they open the door. They ask you, "Are you ready?" And you're like, "Yes, I'm ready." And you open the door. You open the door and you step through, and then you should wake up in your desired reality. And guys, I don't know how to tell you. I don't know how many times I can say this. I fully believe that this would work. I did. I'm sorry, but I did. So those are a few options. The one I did the most is probably the Raven method. And did I fall asleep every single time? Yes, I did. So for me personally, I tried for years, and I'm ashamed. It's shameful. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Why are you devoting so much time and energy into this? It was fun, though. It was fun. It was creative. It was fun. It was a way to, like, escape. And you're surely saying to yourself, like, you just read a damn book. Yeah, I hear you. And I agree. I should have just read a book. I should have been A, normal, B, read a book, and C, I don't know. Maybe I should have been allowed to go outside, go to school. But I digress. It was fun at the time. It was fun, and sometimes I miss it. Sometimes I'm laying in bed and I'm like, man, I wish I could shift right now. Anyway, so for me, like I said earlier, Mom, I'm so sorry. You were not in my... You were just not in it. I'm sorry. Actually, none of you were in it. I'm so sorry to all of you. I love you all most dearly. But you guys were not in my desired realities. I'm sorry. It just wasn't that way. It wasn't meant to be. So, what I would do, like I said, for my Harry Potter DRs, my parents would be either Snape or Sirius, and I would have been adopted. And at one point, I think I made my, mom, my biological mother, Viola Davis, because I wanted an explanation for being mixed. So I thought I had to... And, okay. So at that point, I was going through, Viola Davis phase. I was obsessed with her because I was watching How to Get Away with Murder. Okay? What? Hello? but we live and we learn, So but can I speak? Can I speak ever? Hey, can I speak ever? I was, yeah, I made her my biological mom that gave me up for. This is so sick and twisted. Oh my gosh. But she wasn't like actually Viola Davis. She was just like someone that looked like Viola Davis. Okay. So, like I said, my parents would be Sirius Black or Snape. And for my Marvel DR, guys, that's where it got really, really deep and detailed. See, in my Marvel DR, I'll give you a little gist. I was Tony Stark's daughter. Now, that is canon. That is a canon event that will happen. It is written in stone. I do not make the rules. If it is written in stone that if you have daddy issues present, your your dad will be Tony Stark. Sorry, and that's written in stone for fan fiction as well. Like, it's just Tony. Your dad is Tony Stark. Sorry, your dad is Tony Stark. Ooh, I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. So, in my Marvel DR, my dad was Tony Stark. And who did I want to be with? Take a fat guess. Bucky Barnes. Thank you. And if you didn't say Bucky Barnes, do you even know me? If you didn't say the Winter Soldier, do you know me? Okay. So I would shift for him, and I would want to be with him. And basically, like, my powers were like Wanda, except they were white. So do with that what you will. It was lazy. But I liked it. It was so fun. It was fun to create different stories, different things, yada yada yada. Different worlds, different realities. So, let me talk about a few of my attempts. So, one time I scripted that if I successfully shifted that I would hear classical music. Okay, they're really specific. Okay, one time, and I have it recorded. I have myself recording talking about it, and I have to go back and look through it. One time I did a method, and I, like, all the symptoms. There are symptoms too. This is a whole thing. I might have to do a part 2 on this if you're really interested. One of the symptoms is like you feel like the room is spinning, or you're spinning, or you feel like it's actually really scary. You feel like you're sinking into your bed because you're like, your body is going to sleep. Your body's asleep. My body was numb and asleep, and my mind was asleep. Anyway, so one time I did a method. I felt all the tingly sensations that you were supposed to feel, and I heard classical music. Dun dun dun. I heard classical music. Who was playing classical music? It wasn't my dad, because at the time I was living with him. Who was it? Don't know. Another time I was doing it, my room was spinning, and I was trying to shift to my Harry Potter DR, and I heard Hagrid, and I heard Hagrid say my name, and then I heard Hermione. I heard Hermione giggle and laugh, and that freaked me out. And then a totally separate time, I think I scripted in one of my scripts that I had a cat. Oh, that's right, because I didn't want an owl because I hate birds, and I don't want a frog. So my pet of choice for school was a cat. And it was a calico cat, so, and his name was Marcus. Why did I choose that? I don't know. Don't ask me. I have no idea. But his name was Marcus. And one time I was, did my method, had all the tingly feelings. I was on my stomach. And I was like laying there, and I heard rain. It wasn't raining outside. And then under my stomach, I felt a cat, like, breathing. Hey, I'm scared. So yeah, that was shifting, guys. That was my deep dark secret. It was crazy. It lasted for years. And I was in it. I was so in it. And yeah. Okay, moving on. We're going to move on to our personal segment. Little life updates. As you know, last week at the time of recording, it is April 30th. So last week I turned 20. 20. No longer a teenager. And honestly, I hate it. Or I hated it. I hated, I'm not a teenager anymore. And I'm not in school anymore because I dropped out. Excuse me, sorry. So what am I supposed to do with my life? And as all of you know, I have this impending doom in my head that I'm running out of time. Guys, I'm 20. I'm 20. I'm a baby. I'm literally a baby still. And so it's sick in the head of me to think that I'm running out of time. Blah, 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 blah. Let's take a deep breath. Okay? I'm not running out of time. And I was sitting in my car the same day that I was thinking about doing this podcast. So like yesterday. It was yesterday. I was sitting in my car driving back from Tour Le Jour. And I just Lexi, you're 20 years old. Live life. Honestly, hey, live your life. Just do it. I'm free right now. My only responsibility is to take care of the dog, do the dishes, and work for Angela. And take my medicine. That's it. That's all I got. And to pay my rent that I have left and some loans. But that's it. That's all Lexi has to do. That's all I have to do. So why am I living in this self-pity, I guess, of anxiety of not knowing what I need to do with my life. I don't need to know right now. Hello. So yeah, and that's what you guys have been telling me. And so you're oh my god, finally. And yeah, I'm just starting to accept that now. I'm trying to accept it and just live for myself, find who I am, because this is rotting me, okay? And that's a part of the reason why I'm going to do this, because it's just fun. I just need to do something other than scrolling on my phone. So, we're doing this. I'm talking to you. So yeah, I just want to live for myself, find myself. Who cares about what other people think? Oh my goodness. Who cares? And that's something I've also been learning this year. Who cares? Who cares what you think? Sorry, I don't. I want to live for myself. I want to like what I like. I want to listen to what I want to listen to, watch what I want to watch. I don't care what you think. Leave me alone. Let me live my life. A big example. There's a song from Tyler, the Creator. None of you know who that is. I know. It's called Chromacopia. Or the album is called Chromacopia. Is the title track? Oh no, the first track is Saint Chroma. Gotcha. Saint Chroma. Now give me the lyrics. In the beginning of the song, his mom, Tyler the Creator's mom, it was a little voice memo of his mom, and she says, "You are the light. It's not on you, it's in you. Don't you ever in your life dim your light for nobody." Yeah, that. Listen to that. Do not dim yourself for anyone, bro. Live your life to the fullest. Be who you want to be. And that's what I try to tell mom. I'm so happy for her that she is doing what she wants to do with her life now, moving to Florida and living her life. That's so great. That's so amazing. I'm so proud of her. And I hope that she knows that. I'm pretty sure I told her that. If I didn't, there you go. Just do what you want to do, man. Be who you want to be. And who cares? Okay. So, for our last and final segment, this is where we're going to do the song of the week. My top stream song of the week. So, you guys know, I listen to music. Oh my goodness, all day, every day. I don't do it as much anymore because I'm not in school. When I was in school, I used to listen to music to and from classes, to and from home, while I was working, like literally all the time, all day long. And so I okay. I have I have like apps on my phone that tell me like what my most streamed songs are of the week, the songs I've listened to the most. I have two different apps. I have stats.fm and I have earbuds. Now, how accurate are they? I don't know. I think they're pretty accurate. I don't know. I think stats.fm might be more accurate than earbuds, but I don't think either of them are 100% accurate at all. No, I would say they're like 75 to 80%. So on Stats FM, I looked it up within this past week, okay, I would say past 2 weeks. So like from the 19th to now, was that 2 weeks? I don't know. You guys do the math. My top song, according to Stats FM, was In My Room by, what's her name? Guys, I'm not prepared. What's her name? I want your things in my room. Julia Wolf. Guys, that song has a grip on me. That song has its talons in the crevices of my brain, gripping me hard. Ooh. I did not like that. That's what she said. So, yeah. So that's what Stats FM says, and Airbuds actually says the same thing. Now, they do have different top threes. On Stats FM, I should have taken a screenshot. Why didn't I do this? Why am I not prepared? You look so cool. No handlebars, you wanna fly. Okay, on Stats FM, my top three songs are In My Room by Julia Wolf, Alexandra by The Army and the Navy, and then Seasons by Wave to Earth. Guys, I could go on and on about Wave to Earth. Thank you, Skylar. Now, and according to them, my top artist for that week has been Harry Styles, TXT, and Wave to Earth. I don't know about Harry Styles, but I can see the TXT and I can see the Wave to Earth. According to Airbuds, like I said, they also said my top song was In My Room. But my top three songs from this past week. Ooh. Okay, sorry. Stop. I don't want to get copyrighted. Why am I doing this like this is my hair? I'm sorry. Top three tracks: In My Room, Julia Wolf, Stick With You, TXT, and then Coming Up Roses, Hairstyles. Guys, I love Coming Up Roses. Okay, so see how they're different? Like, they're not, I don't know why they're not the same. And they say my top artists are, okay, I don't agree with that either. They say my top artist is TXT, Harry Styles, and SZA. When was I listening to SZA? I love SZA. Don't get me wrong, I love SZA. I just haven't been listening to her lately. I did put her in, put like one of her songs in my playlist for like my 2026 playlist for some reason. I don't know. I was just feeling it. But yeah. So that's what I've been listening to. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I love talking, as you can see. I think this was gonna be so long. I only wanted these episodes to be like 50 to 20 minutes, but I think this is gonna be like 40 minutes long. I'm so sorry. I will try to cut things out. What's coming up next week, or whenever I get it out next week, I want to talk about nostalgia and what it feels like to what being an adult feels like, or like starting to be an adult feels like. Guys, I'm new. Please bear with me while I figure this out. And you're probably wondering, Lexi, why is your room a mess? Mind your business. Next week I'll have the bed made. And if I don't, then I lied. I'm sorry. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. if you have any questions, if you have any questions about shifting, please don't ask me because I'm embarrassed and I don't want to talk about it anymore. So, love you guys so much. Thank you again for listening. And I'm so excited that I get to share this with everyone and have a podcast and be a podcast girly, even if it is just for you guys, my family. But that's okay. If I do ever get other listeners, hi, hey, I'm Lexi. How are you? But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you all next time. This has been Figuring It Out. Bye.